my shoes.
Well, it's not live yet because we're not recording yet.
Hold on.
Damn it.
I'll make a story about my shoes.
Oh my god.
I've got those Star Wars shoes. Hey,
What?
Chris, I've got new Star Wars shoes. Robbie Smith gave me Star Wars shoes.
You're not doing it right. Oh my god.
What do you mean I'm not doing it right? What, you can have a solo career, but I can't?
No.
Star Wars shoes. Everybody wants some Star Wars shoes. Chris doesn't have any because he's socially poor.
You want to talk about the shoes I got?
Star Wars shoes.
Nora Vasconcellos shoes.
Nobody cares.
Because Todd doesn't have. Test your microphone?
Oh,
Oh my god.
hey everybody, guess what? Today is the 28th of November. It's almost December. My tree is up. What's yours doing? Check out all this CBD.
That's a gift for Todd.
That's a gift for me. I got so many gifts today. It's a wacky Monday. We're just coming off a holiday. My friend Robbie showed up, surprised me with Star Wars Vans. No one cares about those Nora Vasconcellos shoes because, you know what? I haven't gotten any yet. But look at
Thanks,
these
Nora.
Star Wars shoes.
Nora, very
If
thoughtful.
you're following on the podcast right now
awesome.
and you don't have a picture, these are Star Wars Vans.
Those
They're
are
very
cool,
hard
Todd.
to find. No, Chris, put those away.
Those are cool, Todd, but do you
No, my shoes are better than your shoes. Wait, my
you
shoes.
skate in those?
No, I
Because
didn't even want to wear
Nora
these.
said I could have as many of these as I want.
That's weird because I still haven't gotten my pair that she promised my family. But thanks. I mean, we've just been waiting around the mailbox for like 6 weeks now. Whatever.
Tell you what.
Turn 30 and then you don't even have friends. You don't even care about people anymore. Nora. Hi, this is the Monday M.A.S.S. We're an action sports podcast about shoes.
Come over towards me a little bit.
I will. Just give me some. This is an action sports podcast about nothing, but
We don't
sometimes
know
it's
where
about
the
shoes.
microphone is on iPhones either.
But you don't. You're like you're holding up. What are you doing? She's not answering the phone. Stop trying to be cool. I'm just gonna call my friend.
It's her birthday.
There's a birthday like the other day.
No, today.
Her day.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
You got the
to
message. It's not real. That's whack. Here, we can sing the birthday song now. Here, you just follow my lead.
Okay.
Follow my lead. I'm gonna sing it. Happy birthday, Nora. Where the hell are my shoes?
Oh my
You
God.
forgot to send them to me or conveniently got amnesia. But Chris has his shoes, but I don't. And it's your birthday and you're 30. You should be more responsible. But my friend Robbie gave me Star Wars shoes, so I don't even have any interest in those Adidas that have your name on them anymore. Happy birthday.
Hey Nora, thanks so much for the shoes. You
And
don't have to
many
be tired.
more.
It's fine.
I'm highly
Thanks,
caffeinated.
Nora. Happy birthday. You're on the Monday M.A.S.S.
All right, let's start this podcast.
You know, I'm back in my dancing shirt. Again, remember the other show?
Let's start this podcast. Can we start over again?
Okay, yeah, we're gonna edit out that whole first part. That was just like a practice. This is the Monday M.A.S.S. with Chris Coté and Todd Richards, November 28th, aka Cyber Monday. It's Cyber Monday.
Chris,
Here
there's
in
only
the landscape.
30 shopping days left until my birthday.
You know what?
My birthday is December 28th. I'm going to start a
My worst birthday ever.
GoFundMe for my birthday this year.
Can you change your actual birth date?
I
so
tried.
you don't get screwed over.
I tried. My
every single year?
mom 1 year felt bad for me because, you know, I was in the shadow of Santa Claus's birthday on the 25th.
Yeah.
So she decided to have my birthday on November 28th. And it's probably my most memorable birthday of all time.
The only good birthday of your life.
Pretty much, dude. I'm not even kidding. Like, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a wonderful, wonderful birthday.
And ever since then, they've sucked.
No, they don't. Yeah. Yes. They suck.
So anybody out there, do you have a birthday in and around Christmas like Todd? Are you getting screwed over by baby Jesus like Todd?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, are you? Because if you are,
Feel sorry for you.
You can start a GoFundMe as well. Do you think that's in poor taste to start a GoFundMe to have
No.
a happy birthday after Christmas.
No, I think you deserve it.
People
I think
start
you,
GoFundMe's for the dumbest stuff, so why shouldn't we just be able to take advantage of the generosity
I
of
think you
others
should,
during the
honestly.
Christmas
I will.
season?
I'm not donating to you, but you should. You know what? 'Tis the season to buy shit. And if you're gonna do that, you should buy the stuff that we're hawking here on the Monday M.A.S.S, because these people are super cool. We vet all of our sponsors heavily. We go back into the history of these companies, and we make sure that all their stuff is proper and legitimate, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. Here are some of our sponsors. Here are some things that you should buy for your friends and family this holiday season. Whatever you celebrate, if you're in the gift giving mood, shop at some of our sponsors, including K2 Snowboarding. How great would it be to get a brand new pair of those Sage Kotzenberg boots?
Wow.
You know, Sage Kotzenberg has a whole capsule out, which we'll talk about in Snow News.
Nothing
K2
says
Snowboarding.
your family loves you
Like
more
new
than
pair of
a
Sage
snowboard
Kotzenberg
under the
boots.
Christmas tree.
Have you ever put a snowboard under the tree?
Yeah.
You
Couple
got it
times.
for free.
But that's whack.
You got it free.
Yeah,
you
and they know.
Yeah, they know.
They know.
I can't put skateboards under the tree anymore because my kids know. Pedal.electric. I mean, you know those Lexus commercials?
Yeah, with the
where
bow.
it's like the bow on it?
It's the same thing.
You're not doing that. We know you're not doing that. But what you are doing, potentially, is buying your friend or your family member the sickest e-bike on the market
Yeah.
at Pedal.electric.
A sidebar.
Sidebar.
I hope.
Time out. Saved by the Bell.
Ding, ding.
Zach
I
Morris.
hope that someday, whether I win the lottery or something fantastic happens,
Get one more sponsor and this could happen.
that I would love to be in the position
Okay.
to buy all my friends Christmas cars with the bow in the driveway.
Get him Pedal.electric.
No, I want to buy the car. I want the people to come out in their driveway and they're covering their eyes and you open their eyes and right there in the driveway is a sweet new car.
What's the dream car that you would have in your driveway, like right now? Your wife, let's say your wife calls me and she goes, "Don't tell Todd, but I've won the lottery and I'm gonna get Todd a car. Do you know, by any chance, do you know?"
What
You
kind of
probably talk about this in bed and stuff.
I would
what kind of
like-
car you like.
I would
but
like
What car would you want?
I would like a Nardo gray Audi RS6.
So an RS6 is the
The
wagon,
wagon.
and you have currently an RS4,
I have the TTR.
the TTRS.
Yes.
Okay. So
Anyways,
if you're looking for something
if
special
you,
for Todd,
if you
an
just
RS4.
happen, if maybe you're the guy that won the $1.25 in California,
Is
and
an
you're
RS
listening to the Monday M.A.S.S, like 120 grand is basically like
That's how much it is?
probably, I don't know.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's one more
You
sponsor.
like went
One
I
more
just,
paying
I just made that
sponsor.
much money. Yeah, you could be if you sponsor our podcast for like $2 million. I mean,
Todd, you get
we'll
that
just
car.
I'll rename it.
I'll
whatever
buy it
your
for
name
you.
is. I will rename the podcast. It'll be your podcast, and we can
I
just
love
talk
it.
about things that the audience of one.
I like that. I want to talk about marketing and podcast sponsorship and
How it works.
ROC, or ROI, return on investment,
Right.
i.e. try Bachans on Instagram, Bachans barbecue sauce that we've just had confirmation, 3 different people spread across the United States, all sending at Monday.M.A.S.S. Is it Monday.M.A.S.S?
You don't even know what our Instagram is. It's
Confirmation
It's
that
the Monday M.A.S.S. It's
That's
the
what I
podcast.
said. It's because it's on Mondays.
Yeah.
So, the people at Bachans made the right decision in sponsoring this podcast because we had 3 messages over the past week saying, "I did it because Monday M.A.S.S told me to," and that's exactly why people should sponsor this podcast
And
and
look.
do sponsor it,
Look, these are customers for life.
right?
You
'Cause
don't,
once
you don't
try
just buy
Bachans, you're
Bachans
going.
once.
Yeah.
You try Bachans and then you live Bachans.
That's true. Herschel Supply Co. at Herschel Supply. Now, thinking outside the box is very important, I feel, for gift giving. Right now is Cyber Monday. Depending on when you hear this podcast, you might have a few hours. I know Herschel's running a big sale.
Mhm.
Get your friend. Okay, for Dad, the Herschel leather gloves that Todd raves about.
Yes.
I
Okay.
think that would be an amazing gift. A Herschel bag. So at Herschel Supply, tell them we sent you. Mass 20, I think. Beneath Apparel. BN3TH Apparel. How's my cadence of advertisements? Doing well?
You're good. You're not moving
Imagine.
fast.
Imagine.
Look at these. Look at these purple beneath apparel.
Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Look at this.
Beneath
Apparel,
apparel.
the best underpants on the planet.
Wonderful.
This is a pair of underwear, or let's say, if you're gonna give underwear, give a set.
They're
Give
not
seven.
Just,
Give 7 pairs, one for each day of the week.
it's not just underwear, it's wonderwear. Trademark
That's the
that.
best. NanocraftCBD. Todd, show us what you got here.
Chris gave me, this is my favorite. This is the
That's his stipend.
Nanocraft CBD night formula. These are little drops that my body has become addicted to, and now I cannot fall asleep without them.
Good
But
for
I'm
you.
fine with that. Look at this. Opens up.
Take
Hello.
some now.
Look at that right there. Nanocraft CBD comes in a little dropper. Squeak, squeak, squirt under
You
the
do one
tongue.
dropper per
I do
night?
one full dropper under the
I've
tongue
been doing
about
that too.
30 minutes before bedtime, and then I go straight coma till about 3:30 in the morning when I wake up and I think about all the stuff I did wrong in the
I
day.
like that. And for those of you that indulge in THC products, Nanocraft has, I believe they're called Delta 9.
I beg your
Basically the highest quality THC gummies. I mean, this is science. They have that on
They
their
have this
website.
now?
Yeah.
pardon? You have some of these?
Yeah.
Did you take them before the podcast?
No. I'll be taking them after the podcast, that's for damn sure. What else we got? Bubs Naturals, at Bubs Naturals. I've got my whole family on Bubs. My kids now are collagened up because I put the collagen in chicken noodle soup. I put it in cup of noodles. You want to boost your cup of noodles?
Are they
with
big
something
boned?
wonderful. Oh, their bones are getting so solid. I love Bubs Naturals, at Bubs Naturals. If you want to give the gift of health and longevity, give Bubs Naturals to your friends and family. Use the code MASS20.
The gift of bone.
Hansen Surfboards. Hansen Surfboards, they're having a Black Friday sale or a Cyber Monday sale right now.
You can get some money off of your Cyber Monday.
Oh my
order.
gosh. Wetsuits, surfboards, traction, everything you need. Winter stuff. Get your boots and boards tuned up in there.
Yep.
Which I'm going to do soon. What else we got? Pannikin Coffee and Tea. At Pannikin Coffee and Tea. I've been
Holiday cake.
3 times today.
Holiday cake is now in. It's my favorite dessert they
What
serve.
is holiday cake?
It is a chocolate, peppermint filling, green frosting, sprinkles on top.
Sprinkles.
It's good. Holiday cake. Ask for it by name.
Yeah, and if you want to meet Todd or myself in real life,
You gotta be
we're
there.
probably at Pannikin. The tree lighting is December 3rd, just so you know. We got you online at youonline.com. That's our home away from home,
Mhm.
and also Pure Prescriptions. I am awaiting a Pure Prescriptions. What is it called? Immunity package.
No, Perfect Immune is what.
Perfect Immune.
My
So
family.
what can I look forward to here with this Pure Prescriptions Perfect Immune?
Well, obviously perfect immunity.
Perfect.
In these challenging times, my family just came home from Thanksgiving. I didn't actually join them because I came home from a trip and it's just a long
Story
story.
is Home Alone like Macaulay Culkin.
But the family came home sick, and I've got a pretty big deal. We'll talk about this in Todd News later.
Todd News.
In the next couple days.
New segment.
I need to stay healthy and
Yeah.
upright, so I've been guzzling Perfect Immune like they're jelly beans.
All right, I'm having some Pure Prescriptions. Knock on my door. Drop me off some immunity.
DiecutStickers.com at DiecutStickers, DOTCOM. They will make you stickers, whatever you want on there. You can have your own custom logo.
Have it your way.
You can, they've helped us out with Monday M.A.S.S stickers. Chris has got surf machine stickers from them. All kinds of such, and therefore with adhesive backing.
That's right.
DiecutStickers.com
Very
is
easy.
your one-stop shop for sticky things.
Not a sponsor of the show, but a sponsor of myself personally. I just wanted to say a lot of people out there ask me about dark arts surfboards, and there's concern. Well, there's a little bit more expensive than standard surfboards.
Mhm.
Well, today's the day. Cyber Monday. Go to Dark Arts website, and you can get yourself a deal on a Dark Arts surfboard.
Sick.
Step into the future.
I tried to so I'm confused about dark arts.
Okay.
Okay, so anyone can order a board in dark arts tech.
But only in the shapers and designers that they work with
Got
for
it.
now.
Got it. I hope they open that up to
I
be
mean,
like a free source.
Well, Sharp Eye, Paizel, JT,
Nope.
Album.
Nope.
You're looking for a chemistry
Yep.
dark arts?
Yep.
All right, well, maybe I can talk to some people. I
Yeah,
don't know. I want to congratulate Todd Richards. on staying out past 9 o'clock at night. He came out and saw my show.
Mm,
Well, you came out to see someone else's show. I just happened to be playing.
no, it was
that
just
show.
past 9.
Secret Links.
Yes.
Dark
They were
Alley
great.
Dogs played. They invited me to open for them at the world famous Kraken.
Chris has
And
a-
what's your show review of
Chris
Chris
has
Coté's
a
solo?
great new song. It's called Mom's Basement.
That's right. It's not alluding to my mom's ass.
What? Literally
You
no
thought it was-
one was thinking that.
Well, you thought it was about my mom's
No, I didn't.
butt.
No.
It's about
But it's
a
about
fictional
living
basement.
in Mom's basement, and Chris calls his mom
Yeah.
at the end of the song, and his mom, did she know you were going to call her?
No,
She didn't know at all.
not at all.
I find that hard to believe.
No, that was truly.
That's
Oh, hey, I'm back. That was truly an organic moment in rock and roll history where after I played this song that I made up on the spot, called my mom on speakerphone. She addressed the crowd.
I think Mom's basement
That's
could
great.
be, I call it my basement. I think that could be just as big of a Chris Coté solo show hit as
Friends Coming
Friends
Home.
Coming Home.
I want to thank Secret Links for joining me on Friends Coming Home. I want to thank Todd for filming. Thank everybody for, pouring adulation.
What about the guy with the worst breath of all time?
Hal?
Yeah, halitosis.
Yeah, Mr. Tosis was.
He was
Blown.
bad, dude.
So that was fun. Is it how many is today the last day we can say like how was your Thanksgiving? How was your did you have a good it's like the small talk question of the season.
What'd you do? What were you
How
for
was your
Halloween?
Thanksgiving? Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Look, our tree went up yesterday. Thanksgiving is in the rear view.
I still have leftovers.
Did you ruin Thanksgiving?
No. I made
Did anyone ruin it?
I made Thanksgiving amazing for everybody.
Who's ruined Thanksgiving the most at your house?
Myself, my brother, and my sister Cheyenne have all taken turns
Like,
ruining Thanksgiving.
how does Thanksgiving get ruined though? Like, what happens?
It's not like you ruin it. It's more like you ruin it for yourself because you're too hungover to eat. Therefore, you kind of just like are a sack of shit at the Thanksgiving dinner table, and you kind of rub off on people. This year was a great Thanksgiving. My son won the inaugural game or the annual croquet Thanksgiving Cup.
Oh, sick.
He won $8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that was it. Your Thanksgiving was spent sitting at home in my mom's basement, eating Taco Bell and masturbating.
No, I had
Just kidding. He wasn't eating
I
Taco
had
Bell.
an Amy's frozen pizza.
No, you did not.
I did.
Did I ever tell you? So my worst Thanksgiving ever.
But I don't like. Look, don't feel bad for
No,
me.
that's actually
I don't
nice.
care.
Because you're in sweatpants. You're like, I gotta watch anything I want to watch.
I leveled up so many weapons in Call of Duty. I can't even
Sick.
tell you.
Should I start playing Call of Duty?
Sure.
Okay. My worst Thanksgiving ever. I was on the North Shore trying to be a pro surfer, and obviously the minute I got there, I realized the waves were too big for me to be a pro surfer. Big waves caused this, and I had no money. I was sleeping on this dude's floor that I barely knew. I was hitchhiking around, and on Thanksgiving, I swear I had like $3. I spent the $3 on a turkey sandwich, a cold turkey sandwich from Cammy's Market, and then I spent the rest of my money calling my family from the payphone in the rain, crying because I wanted to go home. And then I remember this girl that I knew who was like a Roxy team rider came out of the store with like 3 Roxy girls. And she's like, oh my God, how are you doing? I'm like, good. Like, obviously I'd been crying.
It's
She's
just
like-
raining.
And I go, what are you guys up to? She's like, oh, there's a big barbecue at the Roxy house, and we just had to get some ice or something. I'm like, oh, cool. And she's like, well, happy Thanksgiving, bye.
No, you didn't get invited? You didn't get invited.
No.
Wow.
So that was my worst Thanksgiving.
That's harsh.
It's been better ever since.
Damn.
Surf News is brought to you by Hansen Surfboards. I feel like over the past week, I feel like there was a great
got some
swell
swell.
event.
It didn't really happen down here.
It's everywhere, but it's needed. Well, even everywhere but Leucadia, I should say, because down south was firing. Everett Carlsbad, San Clemente, everywhere was firing.
It was hella
okay.
tidy here. There was
It
so
was
much
okay.
tide.
Yeah, high tide.
Tide has been high in Encinitas for like 6 months.
See that beep? That's high tide
That's
beep.
the high tide beat.
So
This is how
I
real
guess
our
just like
podcast is.
Instagram FOMO because everywhere was going off. I did do like one good turn.
I saw
I'm just still-
Nico Trotman got like fully barreled at Seaside.
Barrel? Yeah, he was in tune with the ocean. But I'm mounting a slow comeback. I didn't surf for like 2 weeks, and now I'm mounting a comeback. So I'll be back tomorrow. Todd, have you ever been hooked by a fisherman?
No, but I did see this on the Instagram.
HB Pier went double viral this week.
Okay, that's crazy. First of all, the dude's calling it heat. Okay, the audio from it is this dude obviously is hooked with a fisherman's lure. I don't know where it had him, but he was saying
It's like the hand.
he was saying let the string out. First of all, it's not a string.
Well, in the moment though, are you gonna say let the line out?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Cut the
he
line.
was. Have you ever? So you've never been hooked, so you don't know that feeling.
Have you ever been fish hooked?
No.
Can we give you a fish hook?
Only a fish hook knows the feeling. So that was all is well that ends well. It was a nice little yelling match and a viral moment. But that was on the north side of the pier. On the south side of the pier, meanwhile, dude on a soft top gets wrapped around the pier.
Oh, that was
and
there
actually
too.
kind of a scary moment.
Help! Help! Yeah, he was he had his leash go around the pier. The current obviously had him in its grasp.
So
what would you do in that scenario?
I guess here's what it depends on. If he was going to die, like if there was no one around and then lifeguards were not like sometimes shit happens so fast. I know that I would have jumped off the pier and saved him, helped him.
Why? I mean, here's the deal.
I just know I'm just that type of person.
I've had my leash wrapped around coral heads and things.
I have too.
Okay. I guess
It's scary.
It is scary, but once you have the wherewithal, just simply take your leash off.
But this guy's obviously a beginner, and he got swept into the pier, and he was panicking. And I think you or I, or most of our listeners who are incredible surfers, would have known to kind of either swim around.
No,
or take
it looked
your
like
leash off.
the current was pretty gnarly. He wasn't swimming around.
Yeah, just take your leash off, screw the board. It's a soft top. Let it go.
I say that's why I carry a knife
That's smart.
on my leg so I can cut that leash.
Easy, war child.
Yeah.
So would you have been the person that
To jump
jumped
off?
and saved him if need be?
Yes.
Would you?
I feel like I would.
I would take my pants off,
What if you just took your pants off and threw your pants in the water?
throw my phone at him. Take the phone.
Call the cops.
Call the lifeguards. So again, all's well that ends well. The man who was fish hooked was fine. The man who was wrapped around the pier eventually was fine, and now he's got a great story about his worst Thanksgiving ever, where he almost died in Huntington. That's you don't want to die in Huntington Beach.
And the thing
first
is,
of all.
that's the 40th worst thing that happened in Huntington Beach this weekend.
Yeah.
We know it. So.
I mean, no offense to Huntington Beach, it's just not the place you want to die. I'm just saying.
Okay. What else do we have in surf news?
There's a new Quicksilver movie out called
Saturn.
Tell us about it.
Okay. Well.
Cale Walsh.
Look, the
These guys are good.
Cale Walsh, Rolo Montes, and Al Cleveland Jr.
Al Dog.
went on it's basically like a trunk shoot, a photo shoot, right? They had to go and shoot the new apparel. They wanted a boat trip. They got so much A-grade footage on a trip that was just supposed to be about them hanging
catalog
around, just catalog
photos,
photos. But the waves were so good and everyone was ripping so freaking hard that they were like, holy crap, we have a movie here.
I think Cale Walsh might be one of the most underrated surfers in the world.
And
I know he's rated highly.
He's
too,
a
but
psychopath.
Yeah, he's gnarly. And
That's
Al
awesome.
Cleveland Jr. I mean, get this kid on tour.
Dude, there is that one wave that did not, in the beginning of Saturn, there's a wave that does not look surfable at all. It's like this
it's like a
crazy
back
backwash
wedge.
closeout
Yeah.
thing that it doesn't even look like there's enough transition to fit a surfboard in. And somehow these guys, they make it happen.
Welcome to my mom's basement. We were wishing Ben Gravy a quick healing process. Ben Gravy had a spectacularly bad collarbone break while surfing one of his beloved novelty waves. I messaged Ben earlier today. I said, get well soon, buddy. We need you back in the water. We need that Ben Gravy positivity. And he said he's coming back soon.
Yeah, it looked pretty bad because the video of him actually breaking his collarbone, when you instantly, there's no silliness to it.
There's
laughing. It's broke, it's
Yeah.
broke. You're getting out of the water, you just keep saying it's broke, like you think like a magical fairy is gonna come down and fix you.
I don't like seeing Ben Gravy in pain, to be honest. I don't want to see Ben in any pain.
Okay.
We love Ben Gravy. Also, Beefs TV, one of our favorite Beefs official. Beefs has been putting out some stellar content, and I just want to say a shout out to Eric Costa, Surf Turkey #1. He's got a whole collection of boards.
I wonder,
Soft surfboards.
Is Costin, do you think he's an investor in?
I mean,
he's got to be.
his joy for the sport
It's awesome.
is palpable.
Mhm.
I love it. And then in other surf news, Haleiwa is not running today, but probably tomorrow, depending on when you listen to this. I'm talking about Monday today,
Mhm.
not running. Tuesday tomorrow, probably running.
I have some John Florence news.
Oh my gosh, I love John Florence.
So
Did he respond? He said something about the
no,
F. Mary Kill
but one of my friends was in
Oh.
Tavarua like 3 weeks ago,
on.
and he was just there.
In
on
it or
vacation.
on it?
He was on it and in it.
Okay.
And
In and of it.
he said John has been kind of anchored there in his boat for quite some time, and is surfing in like the most informed that he's seen in a long time.
Informed.
Yeah, because
What do you like? Do you like that term?
no, I
informed?
hate that. It
You
just came out. It just came out. Anyways, so John is ripping. I guess apparently Cloud Break was just really meaty, good size, and John looked like he was skating a mini ramp.
Do you think John's just getting his feet in the wax, or
Shut up.
is he building?
These
a
are
house?
your terms. I don't use
I don't
these
say
terms. The only reason
informed.
I say this is because
You said informed.
these are your terms.
Look, he's just building a house, Todd. Should we call our special? I'm gonna call our special guest. Just
Who again?
no. Happy birthday, Nora. This was a special guest that I was kind of like working through
Is it a surf guest?
Yeah, I was kind of working through his publicist, and I was because I was trying to be nice, and I'm just going. I know him. I
A
know.
publicist?
Yeah, I
Wait a
know.
second.
I know this man.
Dude, that's a foreign ring.
Yeah.
We're calling a foreigner.
What time is it?
What time is it? Where?
12:40.
What time is it? There. Where are you calling?
I'm calling Hawaii
Oh, but why is it making that weird sound?
because I think it's a WhatsApp. Well,
Apparently they don't give.
The person you are calling is not available.
Apparently
that's
they don't.
foreign.
Apparently they don't
Barton
give-
Lynch.
Oh
Barton
my
Lynch.
God! You want to call Barton Lynch?
Yeah, Barton Lynch and the BL Blast Off is happening. Let me see if the publicist got back to me.
I love Barton Lynch.
I love Barton Lynch too, and Barton Lynch is back in the water. He's got a big event happening, the BL Blast Off.
What is it about? Tell me what the BL Blast Off is
Basically, it's an event where kids send in videos, and you know they get crazy prizes. It's an online video contest. Check out Barton Lynch on
Sick.
Instagram, and
That's
he'll,
really
he'll
cool.
give you more information about the BL Blast Off. I just tried to call him, but maybe we'll call him next week. Any more surf news, Todd?
about? No.
Um,
Can we talk about skateboard news that
Happy
is brought
skate
to you
news.
by Beneath Apparel?
Beneath Apparel, BN3TH Apparel. Well, happy birthday, Nora.
We said that.
She doesn't. That's
No.
her gift.
Not that happy.
Her gift from us is not having to talk to us. That's a gift that everyone wants. The Element team just dropped a new video, ESP2.
Okay. It
Jocko, oh Jocko.
There's some stuff in there that I don't. There's a bunch of clips that don't. I don't know how they're possible.
It's CGI.
There's
I
like
think, what's his name? Cameron? James Cameron? Titanic?
he
He
did
did it.
he-
Industrial Light and Magic.
But there's some like crazy, just like multi-part Tony Hawk Pro Skater. You're manualing between moves that are just so. There's like one lip slide on a bench somehow popped up into nose grind, then back to like lip slide or some bullshit.
Total THSPS type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, THSPS. Wait.
It's the
THPS.
stop. It's the best. It's the best movie that skateboard movie that I've seen in a long time.
Jocko is the best, but also you get new footage of Donnie Barley,
Yep.
Mark Appleyard, legends, Nick Garcia. I mean, come on. Element they got a crazy team, and of course they're using them, and they're using them to a great effect. I love this movie. Speaking of edits,
Do you think Donnie Barley's gonna go pro soon?
Barley.
and get one of those parties where
Dude.
they give them a board and it's like a surprise, you're pro.
If
you
I
know,
was
these-
Donnie Barley, I would invent a grind. I would do a 180 switch Smith
Mhm.
on something. Call it a Barley grind. That's personally.
You could watch Donnie Barley just push around a parking lot and be
Yeah.
completely satisfied.
Speaking of satisfying, Peter Stanchev. Okay, Peter Stanchev, Bulgarian ripper,
Mhm.
lives in Barcelona. He is a little person that, according to, well, on Thrasher Magazine, he's fucking up your feed in a great way.
Yeah,
and
that his
it's
part
so good.
is gnarly.
And so
And he slams.
he goes hard, and M.A.S.S is like his home spot. And just I don't know, he's just a rad guy, a rad story, and it's amazing to see the shit he's putting together. He's going off. Peter Stanchev, give him a follow. Check out his video; it's amazing. It's on Thrasher. Have you ever bought a series of skateboards for the art? to
No,
collect?
I was thinking about that, and I know that a lot of people do. I was kind of late to the collecting skateboards game.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I would want a skateboard on them.
Yeah.
But I know people do it for snowboards, and I know.
How much is a set of snowboards?
Dude, people.
Like 10 grand.
Well, there's been a lot of like pretty famous artists over the years that have had, that have gone on to do incredible things in the art world and become,
Right.
like Joe Soren. You remember who Joe Soren was? He was he did a lot of Moro graphics. I think he did stuff for Transworld.
Soren. He
Soren.
was a villain in a James Bond movie.
No, it's Zorro. Wait, what? Anyway,
Soren.
Anyway, so he would do these amazing paintings of like animals, like kind of playing cards and stuff. Not like dogs playing cards, but whatever.
I know what
But,
you're saying.
but the art was so sought after and so amazing that people would buy all the boards in that series.
That's tight.
And I do know that does happen on occasion. So
Well,
just
I'm
skateboards are a lot cheaper.
one of my favorite artists of all time, John Herndon. Also, he's the drummer for Tortoise, and he's also a Grape Dope musician. So he has a new series out with Anti Hero called Hug the Pavement 2, and as the kids would say, it's straight fire. And I think I'm just gonna step it up. I think I gotta buy the whole set. But my question is, should I just go to the skate shop? Should I go to McGill's and see what I can do there? I'm not trying to
I
get
mean,
like
see what you can do.
free boards, but if I'm buying 4 boards,
Why don't you just ask McGill if they want to advertise? There's always room for one
I'm
more.
just fishing over here. Darkroom Skateboards has a new video out called Speed Trials. I've been riding Darkroom boards for a while now, thanks to Generator Distribution. Great boards, great shapes, amazing graphics. Don Pendleton. Also, they have a really sick underground team. Jake Braun, not underground, he's famous, but
He's above ground.
Speed Trials. Are you interested in listening to Rob Deerdick on the 9 Club?
Yes, and
I think I am too.
I just listened to Mike McGill's.
How was
Nine
that?
Club. It's really good, especially if you grew up in that era where seeing that cover of Transworld and you were just like, what? Like,
The
what?
trick.
The trick that kind of changed action sports.
Yeah, it's
mean-
like time to go upside down, everybody.
Okay, you think about, there's different people in different sports that have like changed the course, the direction of the culture and tricks.
Yeah.
And McGill, I think, did that in a massive
Yeah.
way. But yeah, kind of low key. Like Tony gets all the accolades, but I mean, like McGill's like Beastie Boys sung about McGill in a song, and like the McTwist and the Mick
Come
everything.
on, baby, let's do a McTwist.
That was never a song.
I think that in the episode he talks about how he did the trick and everybody on the ramp ran off, and he was like, "What's happening?" They all ran off. They got everybody else from the skate camp in Sweden and came back, and they said, "Do it again."
Dude, just think about that. Like I think about I've done McTwists. I know how.
Have you done McTwist skating?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
How many?
Two that ever landed. I used to
Dude.
spin them all the time as like a posing
Todd
trick,
Richards, ladies and gentlemen.
you're at the ramp. There's a bunch of dudes you want to show off, so you flip one.
You ever
But then
slam on a McTwist?
I hit my shins on the coping once because I didn't pull out enough, and
That's what she said.
that ended it.
Todd Richards, McTwister. And so your signature trick, the wet cat,
That is a McTwist based trick
why didn't you call it the McTodd?
because because that's stupid.
You blew it. You blew it big time, bud. The Nick Todd.
Anyways,
way
I'd love to
catchier.
see. I think it'd be a fascinating interview because,
You're gonna get your choice. Your
yeah,
chance.
just knowing the his mentors. I mean, and he looked at like guys like Ken Block who made DC and had very much that entrepreneurial mindset from a very young age.
And now he's rich.
He's fucking filthy rich. So it's
How
gonna be
rich is he?
hella.
I mean, talking about money is crass.
I mean, every time I turn on like the TV and say I'm at a hotel, and like that's kind of the only time I watch TV really is when I'm at like a hotel.
oh,
somewhere.
proper like one through.
Yeah,
the
and
channels.
then its ridiculousness is like always on.
How much? So, do you think he gets
Robin
like
Big was like
a couple
always
hundred?
on.
Like, do you get a couple $100 every time it
I don't
shows?
know.
A couple thousand?
If you hit something in syndication, that's when you make the big money.
Good. Seinfeld should do that. Nyjah Houston, talk about syndicated. Your eyes are not deceiving you. He just dropped another
Yeah.
edit, and it's
That's kind of
Freaking
like
gnarly.
Okay, he was already like pretty much the front runner for Skater of the Year,
well.
and then you drop a secondary like exclamation point to really drive the point home and be like, I'm not just a fluke.
Look,
I'm not just booty shorts and hand rests.
he is that good, but I don't see much of a difference between the edit he dropped a couple weeks ago and the edit he dropped now. It's big, scary, gnarly rails. He's probably the gnarliest rail skater to ever live.
Do you think it's because
What about some transition?
so people
What about some vert
people
tricks?
like Nyjah and people like these phenomenons that are like incredibly smooth
Yeah.
skaters and everything is perfect. Do you feel like if Nyjah was more kind of like a crusty shitbag and a little bit sketchy on his landings, like he would get more, like there'd be more hype behind him? You know what I mean? Like some people are just like, they're a victim of how smooth they are, so everything looks easy, so they don't get like
Yeah.
it's gnarly, but like, I don't know, I like watching dudes like, not to say that Wes Kramer's sketchy, but like that amount of like
Yeah.
gnar on the, like, you know what I mean? Or
Well,
like,
I know what you're talking about, and I do agree to an extent, but I think Nyjah has transcended it because he stands out not only for how he skates, but how he dresses, his whole lifestyle. I think that's what makes him
T-Funk had
different.
Nyjah's tricks? Or Nyjah had T-Funk's?
See, T-Funk is the opposite end of the spectrum.
I'm just saying, like it's like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
it's like,
They know.
Sure they do. We have a lot of
We have knowledgeable
a
listeners.
lot of listeners. They like all kinds of stuff.
I think Nyjah's whole deal is kind of it works for him, and he's so good that it's undeniable. I don't think anyone would like him any more or less if he changed his look.
Do you think he's gonna get SOTY?
I mean, emotionally, I want Louis Lopez to get SOTY.
Okay, so
But-
let's talk about Louis Lopez. I mean, holy crap!
He's got another edit coming
He can
out.
do everything. But what is this whole thing now where you put out your banger edit and then you have to back up that banger edit to make sure that everyone remembers that you had the banger edit?
Well, I watched a whole mini documentary about the SOTY and how it started. It used to be Jake Phelps basically just picking
Right.
the guy he liked, and it didn't have to be because of a video part. It didn't have to be because of a certain thing. It was just like that's the guy.
Keep talking.
Danny Way, Brian Anderson, Bob Burnquist. These are all SOTYs that were picked. Pat Duffy they were picked. Pat Duffy, he was SOTY, right?
Hey,
Wes
hi,
Kramer.
Mike Burnett, Thrasher Magazine.
Hi.
How do you pick SOTY?
Well, it's like have you heard about the Pope?
Yes.
Yeah. What did he do lately?
They vote for the Pope, right?
It's like a big gender reveal party. They all go into the weird house, and whatever color smoke comes up out of the chimney, that's your skater of the year. Except for our smoke is it's like scented.
Nice, like a scented candle.
If you smell bubble gum,
It's the vape.
It's a vape smoke.
It's a-
smell bubble gum, it's a certain person. If it's more cinnamon potpourri, it's another guy.
Well, what we were just discussing is like back in the day when SOTY first reared its head, it was kind of just like Felper, like being like, this is a dude. And now it seems like.
It started in 1990, so you gotta really go back.
Right.
What was the Richards? What was the editor in chief's name before Phelps?
Yeah, Todd Richards.
Todd Richardson. Todd Richards.
Kevin
Kevin Thatcher.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Ted. That's T. Eddie.
Who was the first SOTY?
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
I knew it. I did my SOTY research.
I remember it too. The cover was like a silvery cover.
This is all leading up to us making Mike feel very uncomfortable.
No, we already made him feel uncomfortable. Alright. But what we were curious about. Okay, so obviously Nyjah just dropped another part. Now, Mike, is that strategic? You think?
I mean, I don't know. It seems like a lot of people try to get it in right at the buzzer. It
Yeah.
seems, you try to leave that last impression. But dude, there's like 5 more videos still coming.
When do you guys make the final decision?
Usually like the first week of December, which is coming up soon.
That's like next week.
Oh my! Man, it's stress that we're gonna stress Mike out.
Did he sound?
Are you tired of talking about SOTY already? It just hasn't even started. It's exciting.
About it all year. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm happy to talk about it, but I'm not. Yeah, there's a black box aspect to a lot of it.
I like that.
We don't want.
We're not
We
going.
don't want any picks. We're just curious about how it goes. So now we have answers.
Yeah, it goes.
Yeah.
I also don't want to. I don't want to add any additional pressure, but I did send my photo into Photo Graffiti 2 months ago, and I haven't heard anything back. So it's fine. It's never mind. It's okay.
And actually, if you've noticed the mail drop section of the magazine, that's handled in American prisons.
That
Yeah.
makes a
I
lot
gotta go
of
to
sense.
jail. Okay,
Right.
I'm gonna keep trying.
Somewhere between if you mailed it from here, it'd probably be in Pelican Bay by now.
So
Perfect.
what you're saying is he needs to wear more sexy stuff in his submissions.
Yes.
All right, Michael. Thank you, Michael Burnett from Thrasher Magazine. Always a pleasure to have here on the Mass, and also the only person to answer his phone today. That's fantastic. Yay! Bye, bye.
Mike Burnett. That is awesome.
So,
So there you go.
So
It's smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. When there's fire, there's SOTY.
Stop. That's not isn't
We
even
have
making
4
sense.
still. We've got Louis Lopez, Nyjah Houston, Tyshawn Jones, and I'm putting TJ Rogers in that mix because not only the skate parts, he just dropped another one, but also he went ahead and just kicked Cancer's ass in the middle of doing all this. So those are our 4
well,
choices.
we're done with that. Snowboard news is brought to us by
Jesus.
K2.
Jesus.
It's brought to us by Jesus. By
The Home Run collection featuring the Orton boot, designed, tested, and proven by K2 rider Sage Kotzenberg. If Sage vouches for it, you know it's good. And if K2 puts their name on it, this company's been around for a minute, right? They make good stuff.
Chris.
So, that's what's up.
Chris, here's the deal.
See?
We're gonna start this right off. A new movie dropped today.
Arc.
No.
Damn it, sorry. Space Cadet.
Space Cadet dropped.
Bodie Miller.
Bodie Merrill.
Who's Bodie Miller?
That's the downhiller. The skier.
That's your friend.
Yeah, no? What are you talking about?
Didn't you commentate with Bodie Miller?
That's Johnny Mosley.
I'm gonna edit that out.
Yeah, just edit that out. Anyways,
Bodie Merrill's a special type of snowboarder, isn't he?
let me read this is what Space Cadet is a movie.
Period.
It's a movie. I'm trying. God, there was like a. Hold on. You talk about.
You
something
should know
else.
this off.
I know, but there was like a full on like
It's Nils Mindich
Nils Mindic
and
and
Bodie
Bodie
Merrill.
Merrill have.
Not
but
Bodie
I
Miller.
swear to God, they had like a thing.
Bodie Zaffa.
And
Colin.
This,
You're the big Rolodex guy
this
today.
if you're gonna watch this one. Bodie is like one of the gnarliest snowboarders that's ever lived.
That's what I was gonna say. What makes him so special? He can do everything, right?
He can do everything.
Yeah.
And if you want, I mean, those who know, but those that don't pay attention so much to like the guys that don't go and X Games themselves senseless, Bodie is really is one of the most talented human beings ever, and Nils Mindich as well. There's a clip on Instagram right now of Nils coming in hot down this freaking runway, and he just launches a double cork over a canyon, and it just looks like he's flying to the edge of the world. And that is just some of the offerings in Space Cadet.
There's no Bodie Merrill.
It's
Miller.
Stop. What is your problem? Are you high?
No.
Anyway, so you should go and see this, or actually you can just watch it on
Go.
It premiered a couple weeks ago in Salt Lake, but
I
now
like
it's
that
on
name.
it's on YouTube, and it's a space adventure with a couple of space cops. I think there's a story, but I don't know. They're just like two mustached dudes wearing helmets.
Right. And also Bodie Merrill has a new film out called Space Cadet. There's also a movie called Ark with Travelin' Dan, Brock Crouch,
Yep.
Elena Height, and more. Ark has actually been discussed by our Monday M.A.S.S listeners, and they're excited about it. What can we get excited about for Ark?
Look, there was a lot of
Snow.
Oh my god. Anyway, so they're Chasing Time or Fleeting Time. What the hell was the time movie?
Chasing Medals.
Chasing Medals. Everyone's chasing shit these days.
No medals needed. No.
Bahamas.
No medals required. Phil Collins.
Full Metal Jacket.
Anyway.
Anyhow.
Plenty of
Ark,
videos for you to watch.
Ark is a movie that has some great powder riding, some flying through the air. If you're gonna watch one movie this year, you should just watch Blur by Austin Sweeten, and also Boogie 3 by Griffin Siebert. And you could watch Space Cadet or Ark. Actually, I don't really give a shit what you watch.
You should watch Craig McMorris's new edit.
What's that called?
It's on YouTube.
Exactly.
Bodie Miller's in it. Craig McMorris and a crew made it. This is just all stuff that's exciting. But another exciting thing, and I would love to get your take on it as a hater of most things.
I don't. What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna get into it. Ambition Snow Skates.
Ooh, snow skate vids are insane.
I watched the raw edit
Dude.
of their latest video. I think they dropped it in October, but they just re-dropped a raw edit. This shit is so gnarly.
Yeah, it's essentially like all of these dudes are incredibly good street skaters,
right?
and they tackle the street. I think most of it's filmed in Montreal,
I think it's mostly filmed in Montreal,
and they step to the shit that snowboarders are stepping to as well, which is.
But there's not a lot of snow on the ground, and it's
No.
wet, cold concrete,
Yes.
and they're gonna slam on it.
Yep.
It's so
There
gnarly.
you go. Snow skaters are freaking legit, dude.
So you're cool with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you
Well, I
think?
don't-
Why wouldn't that
look,
be cool? Have you ever tried to snow skate before?
No, it's not.
Okay, well,
It's
the
impossible.
snow skating that those guys do with the flat decks is a lot different than the snow skating with the ski on the bottom, where you fly around the hill, which is actually also
That's easier though.
it's easier, but this is also snow skate time of year at your local hill, because there's like, the jumps aren't huge. Like, say if we went up to like Mountain High or something,
Right?
to ride a snow skate right now would turn any small terrain into like you feel like you've accomplished something.
Isn't
Mountain High
no
snow skates?
snow skates freaking doesn't Terje
Yeah, no,
Hawkinson
Terje
only
is really
snow
good.
skate?
I think he only snowboards when it's like a massive peak.
So it's like perfect.
He's
but-
really good at snow skating.
He's
It's
gnarly
like
at
he
snow
does
skating.
like big judos and like one varials and.
He's
but
the-
it's-
I think the last person I saw besides Ambition team.
But there's some really incredible, just guys who just all they do is snow skate, and it's really fun to watch those guys. Scotty Arnold, legendary pro shred out of Utah, is an incredible snow skater.
It was fun watching that video with my kids because
They liked
they've
it.
seen it a little bit, but the shit was mind blowing. And
The flip in, flip out on like rails and hubbas and
yeah, like kind of like nose blunt slides that they can do. It's just it's a
Great.
whole new world, and snowboarding is hard. Snow skating.
I've heard it referred to as snow boring, go snow skating. Huh? Hashtag.
Any other snow news you got?
Nope. Oh, it's supposed to snow this week, like 2 feet, I believe. I'm going
Here?
not here,
Not in Encinitas.
not in Encinitas.
But in somewhere.
Well, it's in Utah. Tahoe's supposed to get 2 feet. Mammoth's supposed to get hit again. It's going to be really fun. And I think that if you have an opportunity to get out there before Christmas, get out there and do it. I've got a couple events coming up. I'm going to Utah tomorrow. Not for snowboarding per se, but for a different thing I will discuss in a split second. But there's
You can't just leave it out there.
next weekend, not this weekend, but the following weekend, the 10th.
Okay.
I'm going up to Mammoth with a couple of my Quicksilver homies, Austin Sweet and Griffin Steve. No, who's going? Harrison
Brody
Gordon. No, Brody Milheimer is not going with us. But we're going to show Out Cold. We're going to have an Out Cold showing.
I
Out
love
Cold
this.
party, and I want
love
this to be a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's try to get more than 3 or 4 people there for Todd's sake.
There's going to be a lot of people.
No, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think people are, you're trapped in a mountain town. You're looking for stuff to do. Going to Target used to be like a fun thing to do in a mountain town when I lived in Colorado.
Give me your favorite personal line that you said in Out Cold.
I only said like 4 lines.
Well, what's your favorite
So
line?
you got a plan?
I knew it.
I
My
knew
favorite
it.
line too.
All right. Well, so tomorrow I go to Utah. I'm going to Ken Block's house. Name drop. So we had a place that was very special to a lot of us that were on DC for a long time called the Mountain Lab.
I've been
And
there.
it was Ken Block's house that was outside Park City. That was basically a miniature ski resort that we could go and do whatever we wanted, set up whatever we wanted. Well, he's now creating one called the Dirt Lab. And this is his new house. It's on the outskirts of Park City, and it's less snowboard based, more motorsports based.
Whoa.
His daughter Leah is an aspiring professional driver. Obviously, Ken likes to jump things. He's got a couple other
Ken
kids.
can drive.
And we're gonna go there, and I'm gonna talk about the legacy of Mountain Lab, how it's transitions into Dirt Lab, and then he's got a sweet rally course, and I get to go drive side by sides on it.
Fantasy camp.
Yeah, it's
Ken
pretty
Block
fun.
Fantasy camp.
I cannot wait.
Are you gonna snowboard while you're up there?
I think maybe I think it's supposed to snow tomorrow in Salt Lake, so
Just
I
hit
may
Woodward or
go
something?
out. Yeah, maybe hit Woodward on the way home.
Sick.
Who knows?
Okay.
That's snowboard
Must
news.
be nice, Todd.
It is.
Go up there and do a McTodd.
Mm-hmm.
Nerd News brought to you by Bubs Naturals. I just want to give a shout out to Lego Masters for being the best family show on TV. Lego Masters is winding down. The season's almost over. We're getting towards the finale. This is a show you can sit down with your kids, eat popcorn, watch, get excited. It's such a great show. Also,
What?
do you like Lego Masters?
I do.
Also, Fortnite, big fracture happening December 3rd. Get ready for it. We're gonna look at a whole new island. I know there's gonna be new weapons, new skins. Fortnite. Kalani Rob, shout out. Gonna play you in the new skin.
Okay, how?
Todd, you want to get excited about something? Cocaine Bear.
What?
Cocaine Bear.
Who's Cocaine Bear?
Cocaine Bear.
I want
is
to talk
the-
about video game news. You didn't even let me.
I want to talk about Cocaine Bear.
Okay, go ahead, Cocaine Bear. Is it
Cocaine
better than Cocaine T-Rex?
Is a new movie coming out. It's about a drug runner whose plane crashes with a load of cocaine that's found by a black bear who eats it. Hilarity ensues. What do you want to talk about video games?
First of all, I took a big break from Call of Duty for a long time. I used to play a lot at my house in Breckenridge when I'd be waiting for the weather to clear or for it to snow or whatever. I hadn't played it in years.
Okay.
Got the new one.
He's back.
I need to stop. It's
getting bad.
It's getting bad for me.
PS4, PS5.
PS5. Also, I've been playing the new God of War, Ragnarok, and this Friday, the Callisto Protocol comes out, and I'm very happy about that one.
Why do you sneer when I talk about Fortnite? When
Because
you play all
Fortnite's
those nerdy
because Fortnite's whack. There's no story.
Oh
It's
my
not
God.
based in reality.
100 people drop, you fight to the end.
What do you do?
And
Like,
get a
you
victory
shoot
royale.
people with like hot dog guns? It's like stupid. Like we're talking modern warfare where bullets are whizzing by your head, and you feel the ness.
Feel the mist. You know.
Fortnite isn't Fortnite like about like getting like a cool like pair of pants and like I don't have a shirt on. Look at me, I'm shooting you with like
Look, I
a
don't talk crap about
sandwich
video games.
launcher.
I'm playing Fortnite tonight.
Okay, so who plays more Fortnite? You or your kid?
Well, I use it to wind down after hard days at work. You know when you work with a bunch of assholes
Yeah,
like me,
I know.
gotta go home and play some Fortnite. Anyway, Cocaine Bear. Back to Cocaine Bear. This is a movie coming out soon. It's about a bear that gets a load of cocaine, eats it, hilarity ensues. Guardians of the Galaxy's got a holiday special. Do you hear about this?
I watched it this weekend.
You already watched it?
It's really fun.
Okay, so I'm gonna watch it very soon. I got some secrets for you that Todd already knows about. In the film,
Yep.
Star-Lord
Yes.
uh,
Do you want me to tell
finds Kevin Bacon
No. Okay. So Star-Lord is like
without
bummed out.
spoilers.
This is the general premise of the story.
Okay.
Star-Lord's bummed out because the guy that kind of raised him, that dude Yondu, kind of ruins Christmas for him.
Okay.
And Gamora and Drax the Destroyer decide that they're going to cheer Star-Lord up by kidnapping the one person on Earth that Star-Lord holds in such high regard, and that is Kevin Bacon.
Nice.
Hilarity ensues. It's really funny. There's not a lot of Star-Lord in it.
How long is it?
It's like 45 minutes. Not very long.
Oh, that's
But it's
great.
it's funny and it's fun and it's I could see it becoming like a holiday tradition.
I love Chris Pratt.
You know he's not really in it that much.
I love him still.
But I think
He's busy.
the cool part about like Marvel they did that the Halloween special too. What was it? Night of the Werewolf or some shit like that around Halloween, which is really good. And then this one's their Christmas. What are they going to do for Easter?
Is it on Disney
Flag
Plus?
Day? It's on Disney Plus, which coincidentally is going up in price.
$10.99 a month.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You spend $10.99.
Obama.
Damn you! Emails.
If only we had Hillary's emails, these prices of Disney Plus wouldn't go up.
No kidding.
What is it called? Inflation.
Inflatulence. What else do we have?
What else do I have? I had other things about Guardians of the Galaxy, but we don't.
Who cares?
What are you asking for Christmas?
Ooh, usually I just go for like peace and love, but this year I'm gonna be selfish. I would like $1 million.
In a bow. Small bills, please.
I'm telling you, if I get to the point where I have like comedically asshole amount of money,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you $1 million for Christmas, Chris.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna be
I
like,
hope that
here you go,
happens.
and it's gonna be $1 million in cash in a box,
$1 million.
and you're gonna have to go to the bank like probably 100,000 times because you can't deposit more than $9,999 without triggering the bank to send something to the IRS. So you would have to go to the bank like so much to deposit that money. And nobody takes cash, so it would actually be more of a nightmare to get $1 million cash.
Dude, this is so gnarly. Whatever you're talking about.
What? Are you down with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I ask for a PS5 for Christmas?
Yeah. Good luck finding one.
Or am I just buy it for myself and say it's from Santa? We've got some questions. Questions are brought to us by Tribotchons, because we would love for you to try Botchons. It's not a question, that's a demand, but I do have a question from John Quarta. J Quartz says, Monday M.A.S.S made me do it. He bought Botchons.
Yes.
That was one. This is a long question. Okay. So this is from DC Jones, 87. Last week, Todd said the industry isn't selling as many boards as it used to, referencing the early 2000s.
Yep.
But figures of the National Ski Resorts Association show an increase of skiers and riders year after year. 50 million in 1978, 60 million last winter. That's 10 million if you do the math. Having said that, why do you think board sales have dropped despite increase in popularity? Are people riding the same boards longer to recoup money? What is the deal, Todd?
I believe that there's more people riding the same boards. Boards are getting passed down. People are,
Renting.
the people are renting, and as much as the snowboard industry hates to admit it, we are no longer in competition with each other. It's not brand against brand. It's not Capita against Burton. Now we are competing with Apple. People will look at a new iPhone instead of a new snowboard and say, I can get away with riding this new snowboard again next year. That's the competition. Basically, is inflation. People think
Disney Plus.
People think, yeah, exactly. Just all PlayStation 5s, whatever it's going to be.
Man.
It costs too much. People are sitting on old equipment, and yet the people that are really increasing the revenue and the numbers at the ski areas are the pass companies. And if you look at like Epic Pass or the Icon Pass, they are counting on these people that buy these passes so cheap you know, because it is a lot cheaper to buy an Icon pass than to say not buy one and go to the resort 5 times. They are counting on you buying an Icon pass and only going to the hill twice.
Right.
Therefore, they sell more passes. They're not necessarily taxing themselves as far as facility costs, or maybe only during the holidays. But for the most part, you know, they're making hand over foot money, basically with this illusion that, you know, we're just going to sell these passes cheap, but that's why everything is stretched so thin.
I know. I seen the Icon Pass sticker in your car.
Yeah, I have an Icon pass and an Epic pass and a Fast pass, so I have a lot of passes.
Chris Bailey says, in Benji Weatherly's podcast with Rick DeVoe, he talks about having you as his assistant. Any funny stories from that era?
Yes.
Sorry, Mommy. I got a lot of funny stories from that era. I used to work as Rick DeVoe's assistant.
Rick DeVoe this was his office, where we have Monday M.A.S.S right now.
Oh my God.
It used to be Rick DeVoe's Blink 182 office.
Right. I worked with Rick at Arnett, Billabong, Hurley, and Reef, and with Blink. I think one funny story is Rick and I were sent to Innsbruck, Austria for Aaron Style, and we were in charge of 2 Reef girls. So we were just in charge of getting them to signings, bringing the posters, pens, and all that. Of course, we did that, and then we got hammered. I walked into a wall and smashed my nose and was bloody, and then we went outside. Unbeknownst to us, this was like Halloween night in Austria.
Oh no,
this
wasn't Halloween night. This is Krampus.
Yeah, it was Krampus, and these troll kids chasing us around, beating the shit out of us with sticks.
Yeah. Rick told me that story where you were assaulted by Krampus.
I was assaulted.
And if you haven't seen Riding in Vans with Boys, it's the story of Cut You Up
A holiday
for
classic.
Green Day and Blink, starring Chris and our friend Micah and many other people that we know. You need to go and watch it because then you'll know why Chris is so popular at Hot
You want me to buy you an Audi, Todd? You just got your start because I make a ton of money when people watch Riding in Vans.
Do you still make? Do you guys get any money from that?
Oh,
You'd never?
no.
You never got any money.
All I got was my ass branded.
You never get. Can I see your ass, Brandon?
Later. Milby Shannon, producer director for WSL, has a couple questions.
Yep.
Best breakfast on the North Shore, just one. Next Apple OS name, Encinitas or Leucadia.
Ooh.
Also, how do I get salt water out of my ear? Starting with best breakfast on the North Shore.
What's that place that's in town?
I'm going Sunrise
Oliva?
Shack. I know I'm going Sunrise Shack. It probably sounds cliche, but it's a papaya with peanut butter, trail mix, honey. That with a
cover that with chocolate sauce.
Sunrise Shack.
What's the place in Hollywood that's their breakfast place?
Hollywood Cafe.
Is that that's on the corner?
Yeah, where the Bonzer shop is.
That place is yummy.
I'm going strong second for that. If you're looking at for lunch, if you want to get super healthy, Beatbox.
I like the Thai place.
Thai place for dinner.
Wait, no.
There's a bunch of Thai places.
The Thai truck.
Thai truck for dinner. There's a bunch of Thai truck. Elephant truck. The next Apple OS name will probably be Encinitas. Good call.
What was the last one?
How do I get this salt water out of my ear? Do you wear earplugs?
No, but I actually have a ton of salt water in my ear right now.
I was gonna say I can see it.
It sounds like.
I have never had the ear problem surfing. I know friends that wear earplugs and stuff, and this is just a constant source of conversation.
I have heard that if you take a shop vac and you put it.
I heard you let a big Hawaiian guy slap you open-handed.
Oh
on
yes,
this.
that will
If you have
clear
water in that ear,
your sinuses
you
out.
get somebody real big, with a big hand.
Yeah, hand the size of
Chemo
your
or
face.
some chemo, Kyborg, somebody in a friendly way. Just tell them, will you please open palm this side of my head and the salt water actually shoots out. So that's just an idea.
What was that one guy's name? Spam? Remember Spam?
Spam, yeah, Spam was sick. He was actually a prison guard, and also worked guarding surf events.
Someone told
Awesome,
me.
dude.
Someone told Spam to just come up to me once, and they were
They mess with
filming.
you?
Spam is just, he has
He's a
the
large man.
funniest haircut ever. It was like a green bleached mohawk at this
Sick.
point. Came up behind me and bent over and grabbed me by my ankle and just held me up like a fish.
Yeah, I
And
can
like
see that.
I was so terrified.
I like it.
He was nice though.
We got a message from BJ, aka Beasting Productions, Beasting Television.
What is he saying?
Douglas fir or noble fir?
Ooh, I went noble fir this year. We got our tree yesterday. We have a 7-foot noble in our living room right now.
Oh, there's the one with the thick, a little bit sparse branches.
Yes.
That's a Douglas.
That's a noble.
The Douglas are more
Bushy.
traditional.
Yeah.
You know what? I like the noble. You're right. Stronger limbs for more ornaments.
You know, but I do kind of feel like the nobles look like the frickin' Charlie Brown Christmas tree, but it's almost like it's shtick at our house, like to have the ugliest tree.
Oh, right. We've been trying to get living trees, like tree and a planter,
Have you?
because we're environmentalists. We care about nature. Another question from BJ: eggnog or no eggnog?
Yeah.
I don't like eggnog.
Eggnog is
No
bad.
air.
I can't. Okay, so the thing like with eggnog is like you put vodka in it, right?
I don't.
And it just sounds like, I know you don't, but you did it one time. You would put vodka in eggnog, and it just curdles the milk.
Snort it.
Snort the eggnog.
You snort it. You
Just
get
get
real,
nogged.
real loaded.
Do you think people get wasted on eggnog?
Yeah.
It just sounds like it's just a milk spray.
I think it'd be funny if a podcast closer to Christmas,
I
we
just
get
get
Todd,
wasted on eggnog.
get him wasted on eggnog, and he throws up on
This
Steam.
would be like the milk challenge, but with vodka involved.
Taylor Schultz, longtime homie, friend of the show, also Adult Swim skateboarder every Thursday morning with me and the crew. Nyjah SOTY after today's part.
We just discussed
We
that.
did talk about it, but I don't have a definitive answer. Todd Richards, skate fan, lifetime skateboarder, big time Thrasher magazine reader, fan. Will Nyjah Houston be Skater of the Year 2022?
I think.
Yes or no?
I don't think he will be.
Okay.
I think it. Who do you think it's going to be? I think it's going to be Touchdown.
Louis Lopez. Hana Lee. Hi, Hana Lee. How are you? Great question here from Hana Lee. What makes someone a, quote, old head? Age, experience, or a bit of both?
Age.
Age, definitely. Experience, definitely. You can't be an old head who's never actually, like, skated or surfed or anything. You have to be an old head with experience in these sports.
It's so funny, like old head is like a term, and I look at it as like a, it's.
Is it a term of endearment?
I think so.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Because we've been called old heads.
Well, I mean, there's still. It's funny because I'm about as old as you get, but there's definitely some young heads that act like grown-ups.
Yeah.
Way more than a lot of us old heads do.
Danny Caputo's got a would you rather that is so bad.
Read it. What is he so good with these? Do you want me to read it?
Would you rather F yourself to completion or fight yourself to the death? You must be reading my diary, Danny. Because
How do you fight yourself to the death?
choice A
Meth?
already happened today.
It's not. Well, obviously, the first one.
Yeah, because that's fun.
Yeah, how do you fight yourself to the death? You would have to be like on PCP and meth. And Cocaine Bear just came over.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Wow.
I don't know if it's possible. Podcast content from Brett Tiffal.
What was he saying?
Monday M.A.S.S, Bachon's
Oh, that's-
Stinky Swedish
that's
Fish
Teufel. What's
Challenge. Hook it
It's
up.
Brad Teufel.
I know.
You said Brett.
Brett Typho.
What? Let me make sure you have the right person here.
Yeah, Brett's been a long time listener. Big
Oh,
fan.
oh. Wait, who are we looking at?
Brett.
Oh, never mind. Different
Yeah.
person.
So,
What?
people, there's a thing about people eating like fermented fish, and he's saying we should make a
Haggis?
Swedish fish bachon. But that's the problem with bachons is probably good on Swedish fish.
What if we buried? You know how they make haggis?
What is haggis
I
again?
think it's the thing
It's
where
like
you,
lettuce?
No, like it's like you bury it in the yard. You know,
It's haggard.
I think that the Irish It's like, or Scottish, bury
Oh,
some
it's-
fish in the yard.
It's fish wrapped in cabbage,
Buried in the yard.
buried in the yard.
What if we did that with Swedish fish?
Old nerdy bastard. Thank you for all your questions, old nerdy bastard. By the way, Chris, has Todd updated your outerwear for the upcoming snow season?
No.
P.S. Pants over or under your bindings?
I've been shamed into putting them under my body.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you hooked me up with Quicksilver outerwear?
No, they don't make clothes that small.
Todd. I actually don't think Todd is sponsored by Quicksilver. Because if he was sponsored by Quicksilver, you would think his partner.
Chris, If
would
I
be
won $1
sponsored by
million,
Quicksilver.
I would give you $1 million for Christmas. $1 billion, excuse me.
I've heard good things about Quicksilver outerwears.
I've heard good things about winning $1 billion.
So,
What? Are we done with questions?
well, you talk about getting pants in the bindings
Right. Okay. So you can either put the cuff of your pants
over the
over the
bindings.
whole
Right.
high back, or you can put it behind the high back.
I think I put it inside.
It's kind of like one of those weird things. It's almost like mall grabbing.
Which way is kooky?
Apparently, having your high back over, but it used to only be everyone's high back would be covered by the pant leg, but
I'm
now
looking at snowboard pictures around me, and look right here. There's Todd and his pants. Are
my
over
high backs
the
are
bindings.
probably my pants are probably over the high back.
Yeah, and Terry Kidwell pants are over the high back.
No, those pants would probably be behind the high back.
Well, that's what I mean, over.
No, I mean like the high back. The pants would be inside the high back. You'd be able to see the high back.
Really?
Because those old school Sims pants and those Sims high backs, there's no way you could put your pant like.
Do you ever have a little whale tail out of your snowboarding pants?
Like one of my
Oh,
thong?
because no, you were beneath.
Maybe like a thong? Is that a
Maybe
whale
I
tail?
don't know.
Did you happen to see? Oh, and also, Jerry's a Bear Mountain is a great Instagram follow. You will follow at Jerry's a Bear Mountain to see all kinds of fights in lift line
Oh my
and
God.
people getting flattened off of jumps, and it is hilarity. I'll tell you what. There was already someone with no shirt on in lift line trying to fight the rest of the lift line,
Saw that.
and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
What's stupider, fighting in the lift line or fighting on the beach?
lift line.
What's
Obviously.
stupider, fighting on the lift line or fighting at a football game?
What? Isn't football just fighting inherent?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fighting in general is pretty whack.
that has been this week's Monday Mass. It is the 28th. You have 30 shopping days left to my birthday, and then Santa Claus's or Jesus Christ or whatever deity you worship, his birthday is a few days before mine, but ignore his and pay attention to mine. We'll see you next
December
week
28th, ladies and gentlemen.
on the Monday Mass. Somebody had to turn it off.